Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? It's Mason Cvengros. As I said in the intro, this is episode 9 of the Here's the Thing podcast. It has been a long time, man. A long, very, very long time. I hope you guys are doing well. Hope everybody is having a good end of the weekend. Sunday. It's the end of the weekend, unfortunately. Anyway, it's been a while, but we've got some great topics to discuss here. Well, I don't know if great would be the operative word, but some I guess hard-hitting topics. That's the best I can describe them as. We're gonna start off with the most tragic one. It's gonna be that Titanic Tourist Sub, the Titan, that went missing on June 18th, and as we know now, missing Sunday, June 18th. I think it was Sunday morning, if I'm not mistaken, and they lost communication with the mothership, and things just kind of went to hell after that. There were 5 souls on board. I've got my facts right here. If you can't tell, I'm showing it on YouTube right now, if you can't see, so I don't mess anybody's names up. So, yes, 5 souls on board, one of which was Hamish Harding. He was the chairman of Action Aviation, an aviation sales and consulting company. He was from England, and that was one. He was a billionaire. Not that matters. The next one, this is where the names get kind of all over the place. Shahzada Dawood. I know I butchered that, but he was the vice chairman of Cvengros, a Pakistani energy investment company. So he was also very wealthy. And again, not that the wealth of these passengers on board matters, but it's whatever. The next was his son, Sulman Dawood, 19-year-old college student. And he is, of course, the father of Shahzada. Oh man, I'm butchering these names badly. He had recently completed his first year as a business major at the University of, oh my goodness gracious, Strathclyde in Glasgow, Scotland. I read these names before to try to. Yeah, I still can't do it, man. I can't do it. But yeah, that's probably. Well, we'll get into that later. We'll get into that later. This next name, I'm gonna butcher this one as well. Paul and Ray Nargolay. Known as Mr. Titanic. He was basically he was up there for the most trips down to the Titanic. So he was an expert Titanic. Oh my gosh, bro. His expertise was very good. There was a word I was looking for, and I couldn't find it. So, this next one is easy. Stockton Rush, CEO. The guy who made the sub. So, listen. This whole situation is just absolutely fucked. Stockton Rush should not have been able to create a sub. When you learn of the stuff that this submarine was made out of, carbon fiber, carbon fiber on a sub isn't a very good idea. James Cameron, the director of the Titanic, and a man who has gone down to the Titanic many times before himself, he even said that, you don't want to do that. That's not a good idea. So the fact that Stockton and people had warned Stockton of his design being flawed in the past. So the fact that Stockton still continued onward, I don't understand. I don't understand why. First of all, why? What's your why, bro? I understand that these types of people, they love to flirt with death. They love to risk death. But still, dude, these are human beings that you're responsible for down there. if there's people warning you of your design being flawed, you've got to have a twinge, like 1% of evil in you. I don't understand. If it were me, I wouldn't allow these people to go on board knowing that I've had all of these warning signs, all of these red flags from these people saying, hey, man, you could kill somebody doing this. Like, if it gets to the point in your design of your submarine where people, experts are telling you, hey, listen, man, dude, if you continue on with this design of this sub, you're going to kill people. You've got to have 1% of evil in you. There's no other way, man. There is no other way. You can try to find every excuse in the book. Like, I think he said something like, if you're afraid of fear, don't get up. Don't get out of bed. Like, who says that, dude? Who says that? That's not. No. That in itself is an evil quote. If you're afraid of fear or something to that effect, don't get out of bed. Do you understand what you're saying to people? What you're telling people there? Do you understand what that means? Like, no, dude. So he has to have 1% of you. Now he's dead. He was one of the guys down there. So the whole thing is just fucked. And now there's this story that came out afterward, and they're still investigating. So they're still investigating down there, trying to look for any remains. Let me tell you something. They're saying it was a catastrophic implosion. I'll say good luck trying to find any remains, because listen to me. You're talking explosion versus implosion. Both of them are not good at all. Explosion, implosion. You're either getting crushed or blown out of the thing. They're not good. So, and you're at the bottom of the ocean. So, either way, I don't think you're going to be finding any remains. You'll find debris, but you're not going to be finding any remains. I'm sorry to say it. I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer, but that's just logical. So, hopefully they just didn't feel anything. Hopefully it was like that. The story that really struck me, though, they interviewed the father's son's aunt, so it would be the father's sister, after everybody found out that it was an implosion. And she said that the son he was terrified about going. He was absolutely terrified. He did not want to go. And I don't blame him. I wouldn't want to either, after understanding what that submarine was made out of and designed. He's a 19-year-old kid. He sounds like he's gone to a pretty prestigious college, so he should know better. And he did know better. He was terrified. He didn't want to go. But she said that he told a family member that he wanted to go with his father on that expedition because Sunday was Father's Day. He wanted to be with his father. He wanted to bond with his father. He obviously knew it was something that his father really wanted to do. And, I mean, that's your dad. Your dad's telling you to go. You know, his dad probably told him, like, hey, I know you don't want to go, son, but it's Father's Day. Let's hang out together. And when you know you have a gut feeling that something is not right, and he had a gut feeling about that sub that was not right, and then your father tells you something like that, I mean, you gotta go. Right? I mean, I don't know. Is that wrong? I have no idea. I mean, that's your dad. That's your parent. This is very unfortunate. Very unfortunate, because he really didn't want to go. But they're together now, so I kind of lost my train of thought. It's just a very unfortunate situation, very scary, very tragic situation. I'm sure more information will come out as they discover more debris, maybe remains. I don't know. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see on that. But let's move on to Will Smith. I'm going to save the positive topic for last. We'll go on to Will Smith. Of course, everybody knows the slap at the Oscars last year of Chris Rock. I was a very big Will Smith fan. He was my number one favorite actor before that. And I don't know, it's tough because when I saw that he did that, I almost didn't want to believe that he did that at first. I thought it was just a joke because I saw it on highlights. I didn't actually watch the Oscars that night. I thought it was a joke. But after I saw more about it and saw that he was trying to defend his wife, Jada Pinkett Smith, I was like, bro, did you really have to do that? I saw the joke that Chris Rock made. I don't know, man. It's just that situation was fucked up too, bro. Like I don't know. I'm still going to enjoy Will Smith's work. I'm not going to let that situation, now that we're, a year removed from it, especially almost more than that, I'm not going to let that deter me from watching it because I am a huge fan of him in Men in Black. Like, Men in Black is one of my favorite movies of all time. Men in Black 1, 2, and 3. All those movies are incredible. And I won't let him slapping Chris Rock get in the way of that. I'm also a big fan of Hitch. I'm also a big fan of iRobot, even though I haven't watched it. Oh my God, I haven't watched that in years. I Am Legend. Will Smith was incredible in I Am Legend. Like, that role for him was incredible. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I'm not going to let one situation get in the way of me enjoying the art that Will Smith provides us. You know what I'm saying? Will Smith, what he did to Chris Rock, inexcusable. Okay? And some can make the argument, the joke that Chris Rock made to Jada Pinkett Smith, inexcusable. It's just, there's no room for it, man. You're at the Oscars. But I defend Chris Rock in that situation, though. Like, he made a joke. If you're Will Smith, just laugh it off, dude. Just laugh it off. And if Jada Pinkett Smith doesn't like it, if she doesn't like it, deal with it after the Oscars. Deal with it at home, Will. Don't deal with it like that. You didn't have to do that. And I think he went on to say in like an interview afterward, after some time had passed, that he kind of blacked out at that moment. Like, bro, that's not an excuse. You still, I don't care what kind of emotion, got a hold of you. You still shouldn't do that. You need to understand where you were. You're in front of a national audience on live TV, bro. That's not the place for it. But yeah, where was I? Yeah. I'm not going to let that situation get in the way of the art that Will Smith gives us, because Will Smith is too incredible of an, he's one of the greatest actors of our lifetime. Of my generation anyway. To let that tarnish his career. He's too good of an actor for that. Same with Michael Jackson. Like, a lot of people who were fans of his, after all these documentaries have come out, they're like, oh, we're not gonna listen to his music. And we're like, bro, don't let that get in the way. It's music, bro. The music didn't have all that drama. They didn't, get involved with kids or whatever. The music didn't do that. That was all Michael's side of things. And Will Smith, like, and still to this day, I should say, I don't think Michael did any of that. I mean, maybe he did. I don't know. I'm not one to talk about all that stuff. But, Will Smith's movies and his art did not slap Chris Rock. Okay? They did not. Will Smith slapped Chris Rock. Will Smith, the person, the human being, slapped Chris Rock. Not Jay. Jay didn't slap Chris Rock. You know what I'm trying to say. So, I'm not going to let that get in the way. Now that we got those topics out of the way, let's talk about some Jordan Love, shall we? Let's talk about some Jordan Love. I need to get a celebration thing because that's all I have from when I'm excited. Yay! Beep 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 beep. Okay. Jordan Love. Shifting gears. Enjoying some root beer. Yes, the new man in charge over there in Green Bay, Wisconsin, Jordan Love. New QB1. I don't know, man. It's going to be interesting to see this year how the Packers do with him at the helm. I was very weary of him becoming the starter at first when Aaron first left. But now that, OTAs have happened, minicamp has happened, I feel a little more comfortable. Now, I would be lying if I said that I still wasn't nervous because during OTAs and minicamps, he had some things that were not so great. He threw some passes that were almost picked. One of them was picked. It was a cardinal sin of quarterback play. He threw across his body to the middle of the field, which as a quarterback you're really not supposed to do, and it got picked off. I read that on Twitter from a Green Bay Packer insider, and I was like, Jordan, you don't want to do that. He even addressed it in his post-practice interview. He's got to clean that shit up, but yeah, it's one thing to talk about. You got to actually do it. So, we'll see, man. Like I was telling my my uncle and my friend that I talked to about it, and my mother, like this is the most excited about an NFL season in general than I have been in quite some time. It's weird, because Aaron Rodgers isn't the quarterback of the Green Bay Packers anymore. So why should I be excited? He's the starting quarterback of the New York Jets. Why should I be excited? Jordan Love is the new QB1 of this team with very little experience. Why should I be excited? I think it's the unknown, whatever that is. Obviously, if it's not good, I'm going to be very disappointed, but it's the excitement. It's the lead up. You know what I'm saying? It's the anticipation. And let me tell you something, that AFC over there is absolutely stacked. That's going to be something to watch. You're talking almost not every, but almost every team in the AFC has a franchise level QB. Aaron Rodgers now in the Jets, Patrick Mahomes, the Chiefs, Joe Burrow of the Bengals, just to name a few. Jared Allen and the Bills. The NFC, in my humble opinion, other than the Eagles, outside of the Eagles and the 49ers, the NFC, my man, it's wide open. It's wide open. So it's going to be a very interesting, a very high octane NFL season this year. And as I've told a couple of people already, I just want Aaron Rodgers and Jordan Love to have a good season this season. That's all I want. More specifically, Jordan, for sure. I've said to multiple people that Aaron Rodgers and the Jets are going to be fine. They've got an incredible team over there. They've got an incredible team, an incredible quarterback. Here in Green Bay, it's a little different. I hate saying that, but it is a little different. We've got a good team around Jordan. We've got a solid base. Aaron Jones, A.J. Dillon in the backfield. Our offensive line is the same. If David Bakhtiari can stay healthy. Our defense is the same. They have got to do better, though. They have got to do better. Better. They've got to do better. Suddenly, I'm Steve Carell and Despicable Me. They've got to do better, man. They've got to improve. Too many talented players on that side of the ball for them not to improve. Talking Jair Alexander, number one corner, who has pegged Jordan Love as the QB1, the best QB in the league. So Jair Alexander has to be that leader. I have no worries that he won't be. Rasul Douglas, Kenny Clark. You look at some of these names, man. This defense should be top 5. Top 5. That's a little top 10 at least. Kenny Clark, Devontae Wyatt in his sophomore year. Devondre Campbell. We just added Jonathan Owens, Simone Biles' husband. Offense, Christian Watson, Romeo Dobbs, sophomore year. So we've got a solid base around Jordan. It's just all a matter of how Jordan does. That's really what it hinges on. And the kid's got to prove it, man. He's got to focus up. As of the recording of this, June 25th, it's almost July, bro. It's almost July. And I think it's like July 25th or something like that, where the guys report back to the facility and training camp starts. And then you start getting into it big time. So it's getting close, bro. It's getting very close. It's going to be interesting. I had a thought and then it just escaped my mind. I hate when that happens. Maybe drinking some root beer will help. Hold on. I hate that. You know when you have a thought or something and it's right there. It was about Jordan Love and the Packers, bro. What the heck was it? Asking you guys like you know. Oh my God, dude. Oh. I can't remember, bro. That sucks. Anyway, if it comes to me, maybe I'll talk about it on Instagram story or whatever. But those were the topics I wanted to discuss today. This was a good comeback episode, episode 9. I'll try to be more consistent. I said that the past 8 episodes, but I promise you this time I will try. Because next episode is episode 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we'll get some topics for that one. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, if you're on YouTube, give it a like, subscribe to the channel. A lot of crazy random content on there from singing. I'm trying to get back into singing. Got my guitars over there. Got a microphone. Why not? A lot of SpongeBob related content. Of course, I am the voice of SpongeBob in J Chase Films' SpongeBob in Real Life series. So if you haven't checked that out, I'll link it down in the YouTube description below. If you're listening just on audio of this podcast, I think you can like it. I think you can like it, subscribe to it. So go ahead and do that if you want to. But yeah, thank you guys so much. I felt like I was a little rusty, but you know, it's fine. We're going to rock. We're going to roll. Yeah, thank you guys so much. Appreciate you. Stay classy, stay healthy, and don't, I feel really bad about doing this, but please don't create a submarine out of carbon fiber and try to go down and discover the Titanic. Don't do it. Don't do it. And don't pay people $250,000 to do it, even if you're a billionaire. Don't do it. Don't go down there. Wait until the submarine is certified first before you do any of that. Okay? Can you promise me that? I know there's no billionaires watching my show. And also, if you happen to find yourself on the stage of the Oscars and somebody makes fun of your wife, don't go up and slap them in front of a live TV audience. Don't do it. Don't do it. Let her slap you at home. And also, Jordan Love, if you're watching, God, hi, how's it going? My name's Mason Cvengros. I'm a Green Bay Packer fan. How's it going? He's not going to watch this. But hopefully he has a good season. Hopefully Aaron Rodgers has a good season. Hopefully you guys have a great rest of your summer. But I will definitely, hopefully be talking to you guys again before that. This is basically just filler rants to make this episode a little longer. We're at 24 minutes now. Thank you guys so much for watching and listening. I'm Mason Cvengros. This is the
Here's the Thing podcast.